mamas. Are you ready to work your plan? Not someone else's plan, not an employer's that you're working for the plan for them, but your plan. And in order for you to be able to work your plan, we have to understand that you have to have a vision. You have to know where it is you want to go in life. Otherwise, you just get stuck in a rut and every day you just walk and keep doing things and you're busy. But busy doesn't mean you're being productive and bringing your plan to pass. And so one of the things I want to encourage you to do is I want you to read Genesis 1, and I want you to look at it through a different set of eyes. And while we're only going to have a few minutes to talk about it today, I want to encourage you to go visit my podcast channel that you can find on Apple, and you can also go to my YouTube channel because we'll go more in detail. But here's what I found in Genesis 1. When you see it says that in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, that means God had a vision. He's like, I think it would be pretty cool. I think this is going to be really nice. I know what I'm going to make. And he went and he created the heavens and the earth. He's had to start with a vision. So my question to you is, what vision are you starting with? When you say, I want to be financially free, what does that even mean? When you say, I want to have financial abundance and reach my full financial potential, what does that mean to you? We've got to begin to define it. Now, it's very important to understand that after a vision happens, the very next thing that happens, and it's even in the scripture, disruption happens in your life. How many of you have had a vision or you've had a word over you, something's happened and you're super excited about what God's going to do, and then it seems like everything falls apart? Well, welcome to Genesis 1, because in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, and then the earth was dark and void and null. It was a whole bunch of blackness. And we go through that time because it develops something in us where we say, okay, this is not acceptable. I'm going to move into what I have, and what is required, you'll see in the next verse, is light. We have to shine light on the situation. And many times with our finances, we don't want to pay attention to it. We don't want to look at it. And yet it's the very thing that's needed. We need to see what is truly going on. I used to hate at Weight Watchers. They'd make me step on the scale and I said, I already know I'm overweight. And they'd say, I know, but we need to be able to track every ounce and celebrate your wins. So step on the scale. That's what this is. If you have a vision and you are stuck in that area of darkness, then you need to step on the scale and shine the light on it so you know the next steps to take. After you've done that and you say, okay, I've got light on the situation, that's how a plan is created. The importance of a plan is so that you know the steps to take even when you don't feel like walking. Understand that when God created the heavens and the earth, and then it was darkness, and then he brought light, the next thing he did is he created a firmament. He separated things. In other words, God set boundaries. How many of us have a plan of what we want to do, and yet everybody's wishes and everybody's demands and everybody's needs and wants stop us from fulfilling our purposes and our plan? We need to be able to say, no. I have set up a boundary around this plan of what will and will not be accepted. That is literally in the Bible what God did when he said, okay, this will be the heavens and this will be the earth. I'm setting them apart. I'm putting a boundary over them so I know what functions where. That is what having a plan will do. It gives you the ability to create boundaries. Now, once you have the boundaries, then you can step into your plan and say, how do I create sustainable financial abundance? Right? That's what God did. He created apple trees. He said, okay, they'll have fruit. The fruit will fall to the ground. It'll rot in the ground. It'll bring forth more seeds, which will grow and bring more trees with more fruit. All those apple seeds. Having a plan that allows you to set up a system of abundance is critical. Many times we don't know how to set up that system, which is why whether you're meeting with me or you choose another financial advisor, the point is getting that insight to say, okay, here's the way I'm wired. Here are the apple seeds that lie within me. So I'm going to use that principle of vision, coming through the darkness, shining the light on it and getting a plan, taking the plan and setting boundaries, and then setting up a sustainable, reoccurring, creative income that's going to come in. And then, of course, when you look at this, you see that God created the sun and moon, which just really tells you there are certain seasons that our bodies and our systems and our finances will function, and we need to be alert for the seasons. And then ultimately, understanding that God created us in the garden. We're the C-suite. We're the ones made in his image, and we have complete control with his help over the plan and working the plan and creating the income. So here, let me end with this. The way that you thought brought you to where you are today. The way that you think will keep you here today. So if we want a different result and we want our plan to work and we want to move forward into what God has for us, then we must begin to change our thinking. We must have the vision, go through that hard time of not giving up and creating a plan, and then working the plan and setting boundaries around it, and then understanding ourselves enough to know what seeds we carry for residual income. And then being able to take the responsibility as someone who's made in the image of God to work the plan. And I will see you next week.